Yep, everyone
Next.
reload. Bring your drones close. Disengage the tower.
Max Morgan will be in the damnation. He's holding on this gate on this side.
I just had a whole bunch on dock from 5. About half of them left of the 11.
Yep, you go ahead and get with the undock and warp patrol.
They are on scan, guys. They're coming.
Do I
We assist drones, don't we? We don't guard.
Assist drones. They are. Down and to the side. Good job of moving the Guardians.
Pearson.
Come on, let's call primaries.
TH in
Pearson
the
in
Armageddon.
the Armageddon. Newton Dexman and the Guardian.
Point on TH. Secondary. Can we secondaries?
Z Sharon in the Armageddon secondary. DC and Falks and the Armageddon tertiary.
Guardians, the Scorpion of Soren Ernaga is the one that's being primaried.
XZI.
SDI in the Armageddon
It's
secondary.
Make sure you drones.
Soren. Over here represents Soren.
Jams on the Scorpion. Jams on Titan in the Scorpion.
Soren's down.
What's that secondary?
Cunt Scary in the Armageddon in the secondary. Cunt Scary.
Scorpion Gem.
Will PPS on XZI, please? Not can't yet.
DPS on the primary, guys, not the secondary.
XZI. Check your drones.
Guardians, how are we holding on reps? Count Scary.
We're not.
Count Scary is primary.
Cunt Scary. Secondary is DC and Falks in the Armageddon.
Do we need to jump in the Archon?
-1 Mega.
We're starting to lose DPS, guys.
Who's it primary, sorry?
Count
Cunt
Scary in the
In
Armageddon.
the Armageddon.
Secondary.
DC and Fox in the Armageddon.
Archon's ready.
Who's got the sign up?
I do, hang on.
Drago's got Sino.
Oh, Drago does, okay. I'll have backup.
Sino up. Sino up.
Sino is up.
Been jammed. DC and Fox primary.
Spread points, guys. They might run at this.
Should you broadcast
Who's
reps?
primary?
DC and Fox in the Armageddon.
-1 crossing.
Rebroadcast for reps if you need them.
-1 Mega.
Tori Orzan in the Armageddon in secondary.
We got some runners, I think.
What was secondary?
Secondary is Troy. Troy in the Armageddon is secondary.
Tori in the Armageddon secondary.
Are we breaking their reps?
We are breaking the
Yes.
reps.
Okay, good.
Troy Arnzen primary. Inzui in the Armageddon is secondary.
Keep your damage
jams.
off INZ.
Vicky's jammed.
Khan's jammed as well. 2 of our Guardians are jammed right now.
I'm jammed.
Overheat your ECCMs.
Guardians probably pull back closer towards the carrier.
Who's the primary?
Primary is
Origin
Troy.
in the Armageddon.
That's jam.
Secondary, please.
Inzu and
Okay.
Armageddon.
My cap's sucking here, guys.
Roger, do
I
we
can
need a
keep you
second?
alive. I can keep you alive for another 2 or 3 minutes, max. Maybe a minute.
How's your triage cycle?
I've got 3 minutes left.
What else is nuding you except for, aside from
I'm getting
Armageddon's?
neutered by Inzu and Mazar. Oh shit, and a lot more. Armageddons and Typhoons.
Roger.
I don't work on Armageddon. Inzu and Armageddon.
I'd get the second carry ready.
I get the dreads ready.
Get that secondary. If you gotta warp off a Guardian, here is gonna be more helpful.
Inzu and the Armageddon, new primary.
Jammed.
Runzi needs rep.
Lou doesn't need any more reps.
So he's up.
God's jam.
Cap dead. You have no more reps.
Our guardian just got jammed too.
Sino is still up.
Get the second carrier in here.
Jumping.
Are we breaking any of their reps?
We are.
Yes.
Inzu is still primary. Secondary is
Inzu
K.
and
QUI in the Foon. QUI in the Foon is secondary. Tertiary is Malvis in the Tempest.
Okay, my carrier just
Inzu is
entered here.
down. QUI in the Foon is primary. QUI is primary. Secondary is Malvis. Tertiary is TRAY. TRAY in the Foon is tertiary.
They're cycling jams.
We've got 2 Scorpions on the field.
New secondaries walked out.
Roger. Primary is still QUI. QUI is still primary. Secondary is Malvis. Secondary is
Picky needs cap.
Malvis.
Think he needs cap.
Big is getting capped. And red.
Secondary is Malvis. Primary is QUI. Keep your damage off the secondary. Damage on the primary. Primary is now Malvis. Malvis in the Tempest is primary.
Think he's jammed.
Secondary is Mazar. Mazar M in the Tempest. Primary is Malvis. Secondary is Mazar. DPS on the primary, not the secondary. Basic concept.
Jones.
Stab needs armor.
Stab, you got a stabber all over you, dude.
Can't do shit.
Baden, how you doing?
About to come out of triage.
Primary is Malvis. Secondary is Mazar. Tertiary is Papa. PAP. PAP in the Maelstrom.
I'm out of triage on you, Cap.
Darby's not going jam, boss.
Just keep trying to.
I don't
they
need
are
to do that.
cycling your
I
jams.
do not need to hear that.
Did you drop the second carrier in?
We did.
Good.
Primary is Malvis. He's almost down.
Alright, guardian cap chains back up.
DPS now on Mazar. Mazar is DPS primary. Secondary is PAP in the Maelstrom. Tertiary is TRAY. Scratch that. Secondary is TRAY in the Typhoon. TRAY in the Typhoon is secondary. Tertiary is Papa. DPS primary. DPS primary is MAZ. Secondary is TRA.
I'm captain, stab.
I'm jammed, sorry.
Here you go, cap. Reestablish the cap chain, guys.
Keep points spread, keep points spread. I have the primers tackled.
Point on try.
Papa's tackle.
Stab needs armor.
TRA is primary. TRA in the Typhoon is primary. Secondary is PAP. Tertiary is SAR. SAR in the Typhoon is now secondary. Unlock Papa, unless you got him pointed. Secondary is SAR in the Foon. Primary is still TRA.
Stab's jammed.
I'm Jim too, but the carrier's holding.
Scott needs armor.
The stun warp out, I think.
Keep spreading points, keep spreading points. Anything
Point on,
expensive.
try it.
Point the Hurricane Fleet issue.
Upper's tackled.
Point Megas.
Mega pointed.
Scott needs armor.
Top of the maelstrom.
Primary is now Maelstrom. PAP in the Maelstrom. Secondary is Muffy. Muffy in the Megathron. Tertiary is Act Mac in the Megathron.
Jam. Lost a point on
If you are not a Guardian, I don't want to hear that you're jammed.
Scott's jammed.
You can go out of triage when you want.
Revelation. Revelation on field. Sino is still up, guys. Sino is still up. Dreads on dock. Dreads on dock. Revelation is at 50. I need a new Sino. Tackle frigates. Go towards the dreads. The one dread. Single dread.
I went back into siege.
Primary is still Muffy. Muffy is now primary in the Megathron. Muffy in the Megathron is primary. Phobos is on field.
Scott needs cap.
Have an Archon. I need the Sino for the dreads.
They're primarying a bed.
Signer's still up. Signer's still up.
Nuke on the Phobos.
We need it within 30 to then.
Quickies is approaching that revelation.
Scott's
Come
cap.
on, this one.
Get
I can
between the
drop it.
revelation.
My Sino is 40 from the rev.
On
I'm
that
close to
side.
the Archon.
JD Sano's 50 from the rear.
Stab needs armor.
We can't break
Yeah.
the Archon revs.
Roger, we need to jump in.
Primary. Muffy.
Muffy Rocks is primary.
Are our dreads on the field?
Our dreads are not on the field.
I will drop this Sino now. Do you want it?
Drop it. What character quickies?
Quickies. Jump quickies.
Roger.
On top of the
Revelate.
rev.
Dreads, jump quickies. Dreads, jump quickies now.
Nope. Vicky jammed. Can't jump.
It's a covert Sino.
Oh,
Dreads,
you're kidding.
Dreads, jump to the open Sino. Whatever open Sino.
Jet can light a Sino.
Master Wiggins, Sino up. Master Wiggins, Sino up. Go, go, go.
Cool primary, please.
Sino
Cool
is up to
primary.
max.
Jumping,
Wiggins,
Master.
primary is still
Master
Muffy
Wiggins,
Rocks.
Master Wiggins.
Dreads jumping.
Do we have
Master
that
Wiggins is up.
revelation
Master
point?
Wiggins. Go, go, go.
Frigates. Tackle frigates. Get on the revelation. Get a point on that Archon. Primary still
siege right
Muffy
away?
Rocks. Siege as soon as you are settled. Siege green, siege green. Revelation is primary for the dreads. Secondary is the Archon in zoo. I want all newts on that Archon. All newts on that Archon. Spread points, spread points. DPS primary is still Muffy Rocks. Muffy Graphs Rocks. Spread points, guys.
Starting to run.
Yep.
I still have
Hold
one on
everything.
Muffy.
Hold everything.
Do we have a point on the revelation?
He's in siege.
Call out. People point stuff and call the name.
I pointed Megatron.
ACT Mac Megathron is pointed.
CP pointed.
Do we have a point on the Archon?
Archon is in triage. I'm spamming point on Archon.
The voter pointed.
Abaddon's pointed. Abaddon's pointed, rather.
Call
Everyone-
primary again, please.
Primary is Muffy Rocks. Let's keep working on that rev.
Check your drones.
Check your drones, guys. Do not let this carrier cap coast on us, guys.
Dreads in a hall.
Roger, switch directly to the Archon as soon as the rev is down.
Roger.
Everyone keep trying
Archon's
to point that
gonna be out
Archon.
of range for most of the dreads.
Switch ammo.
Should carry both ammo.
40% hull.
He's gonna have no reps on the field anyway. Guardian is
Guardian.
warped in.
Revs down.
Rev is down. Inzu is now
Rev is
primary.
down.
You
DPS
got point on that icon?
DPS switch to CP Coles. All DPS switch to CP Coles. In the abed.
Does anyone have point on the devoter?
I have primary voter.
Everything that's on the field is pretty much pointed, except for the carrier. DPS in the carrier, guys. Everyone keep trying to point the carrier if you don't have something already pointed.
Alright, Madden, I'm leaving triage.
Copy that. I'm out of triage as well.
Throw fighters
Go
down.
in at any time.
Yeah, I'm gonna launch fighter.
Watch fighters give some DPS.
DPS on CP cops.
DPS on CP Coles, no longer on Muffy. CP Coles is subcap primary. If anyone can sacrifice some cap calls in broadcast.
I'll give you cap.
I'll give you a capital cap.
Oh.
Oh.
CP Coles is almost down, guys. Muffy rocks. No, act. ACT
Act.
in the Megathron. ACT in the Megathron. Archon is pointed. ACT in the Megathron.
Cap chain with me. Lone.
Archon has re-entered triage. No need for points. DPS primary is ACT. ACT is DPS primary. Secondary is Muffy Rocks.
Muffy Rocks is burned off a little bit.
I still got him pointed, he's but only just.
Dabber. Long range ammunition, target the stabber, please. Primary is broadcast WU in the stabber. Scratch that, he's warped off. DPS primary is Inzu until that carrier
The
is down.
devoter still has me pointed.
All DPS on the carrier. Roger that. Take him on next. Primary is Inzu, secondary is Thryson.
I think I can jam Homer.
Don't worry about it.
Holding point on Muffy still.
Frosting scrammed and whip. We are still seed green.
How far into the seed cycle?
Almost the end.
Red. Seed
The
red.
carrier's
Seed red. Seed red.
He's dead.
Cap up and get yourselves out of here. Primary is Thryson. Primary is Thryson. All DPS on Thryson. Secondary is Muffy Rocks.
You have a point on that apocalypse as well?
Yeah, somebody get a tackle frigate's point on the apocalypse. Whoever is in a frigate. Yeah, he's gone.
Too late.
Do we have an outside yet?
Outside on standby. Creator.
Once the devoter
That
goes
is
down, I want
pointed.
that outside.
That is pointed and there.
We get all DPS and Thryson, not Muffy.
All DPS
Down.
on Muffy Rocks. Muffy Rocks is now primary. Capitals, you are free to jump out.
There's no sign up yet.
Sino's lit. Sino's lit.
There we go. Archon's jumping out.
We have an enemy.
Oh,
cap in
nope,
system.
don't have enough fuel.
Station.
Station.
No, I'm good.
It's gonna take me another minute or so to cap up in this rift.
Alright, everyone start looting the field.
I need cap.
One drills
We need
regroup.
cap, just broadcast.
Who needs it? I'll give it to you. Broadcast. Archons are still in field. I got Aline.
Great job, guys.
Yeah, just capital.
Jump
Just
reps.
capital.
People get on them capital Rex for faction mods quickly.
Put your drones.